Oh man, another Pixar Disney flop, and you love to see it. Man, I remember this movie had no marketing. I didn't know this movie was coming out. I had no idea what Elio was until I saw it from Film Thread. I think Film Thread talked about it. They said this movie is pretty bad. I guess the cinematography is not great, and the character sort of looks cow artsy, but it makes sense. It's Disney, right? So they typically poach and get people from Cal Arts and hire them directly on from the university. So well, the thing is, this movie is sucking a lot of balls, and it's not good at all. Elio gave Pixar its worst box office opening ever. A bad opening weekend might not necessarily spell doom for Pixar's latest, but a pattern is emerging that might shape what's to come from the beloved animation studio. Remember the days of, I guess you would say, Incredible, freaking Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, let's see, what's it called again? Up, Toy Story, Bugs Life, and even Coco. I actually really enjoyed Coco. I thought Coco was pretty damn good, but this movie is not doing so well. And I remember people are saying that, wow, this movie is so good, this movie is so great, but this movie is not great enough where it drew people in. I believe several people that I know said that this movie wasn't good. Some people that I also follow said that this movie was actually pretty good. But the thing is, this movie has no hype, it has no marketing, and no one even knows how shitty this movie would have been if they actually went with their original script. Now, do you guys want to know what the original stuff is? I guess there are some people at Pixar who are blaming this failure that Elio has at Pixar and the worst box office opening ever because right over here. All right, move my camera up. Move it up here. Oh my God, so much ads. Inside Elio's catastrophic path, America Ferrera's exit, director change, and erasure of queer themes. All right. Creatives at Pixar who saw the original director's previous cut of Elio tell The Hollywood Reporter about the movie's challenging production process. Elio just became about totally nothing. So, in short, the original gay cut or LGBT cut of this, or queer cut, was about a boy being queer. That is crazy. That is insane. All right. So those who worked at Pixar while its latest film release, Elio, was in production were delighted by footage they saw roughly 2 years ago. Among the moments as favorites by those at the animation studios at the time included a sequence in which the titular boy collected trash on the beach and turned it into a homemade apparel that included a pink tank top. The movie's team will refer to Elio showing off his hermit crab as his trash ion show. Very gay already, right? The original gay cut, the original queer cut was him being gay. But if you bought a ticket to Elio and don't remember seeing this, it's not because you chose the wrong time to refill your soda. According to multiple insiders who spoke to The Hollywood Reporter, Elio was initially portrayed as a queer-coded character, reflecting original director Adrian Molina's identity as an openly gay filmmaker. Other sources say that Molina did not intend the film to be a coming out story, as the character is 11. But either way, this characterization gradually faded away throughout the production process as Elio became more masculine following feedback from leadership. I think we do know why they changed it. It's because Donald Trump won, and a lot of the gay stuff, they're like, okay, we need to cut all of this gay shit out. We need to cut all this gay shit out. It's because that's not what people want. Disney is about family, and it's about having people come to our parks and subscribe to our Disney Plus service. And most of the people who do that are families and they have kids. And if gay people and lesbian people don't have kids, the only people that can have kids are the straight hetero ones. So if we are, I guess you would say, alienating the straight people, no one's gonna come watch this movie. And no one actually is and basically so, right? No one came to go watch the movie, and it goes to show that making gay shit wasn't gonna make you money. Now, I would say this movie probably didn't lose as much money as it would have if it did actually was a gay movie. If this movie was a legit gay movie and Elio was a queer character, this movie would have flopped even harder. I think right now, they're blaming, it sounds like they're blaming the failure of this movie because it was not gay enough, right? Family, Dom Toretto, goddamn right. Gone were not only such direct examples for his passion for environmentalism and fashion, but also a scene in Elio's bedroom with pictures suggesting a male crush. Hints at the trash fashion remain in the release film, with the boy wearing a cape decorated with discarded cutlery and soda can tabs, although without any explanation for the unusual attire. Elio's turbulent ride began well before its calamitous nosedive at the box office during a June 2022 corridor. Indeed, the summer 2023 became fateful for the animated film about a lonely boy beamed into outer space by an intergalactic organization after being misidentified as a leader of Earth. The writing was first of all off the wall for a troubled production, and when the film from Molina, known as the co-director of Disney's Oscar-winning Coco, conducted an early test screening in Arizona. Although viewers expressed how much they enjoyed the movie, they were also asked how many of them would see it in a theater, and not a single one raised their hand. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. Man, that's bad. According to the source with knowledge of the event, this sounded alarm bells for the studio. There it is. Yeah, it was around the same time that Molina screened his latest cut to the film to Pixar leadership. There are differing accounts of the exact feedback that the director received from Pixar boss Pete Docter when the lights went up, with rumors circulating in some of the studio circles that Molina was hurt by the conversation. The part that is clear is that Molina exited the project soon after, and much of Elio was reworked under co-directors Madeline Sharafian and Domi Shi. Oh man. So the gay boy ended up leaving. He overheard Disney executive, "What's this gay shit in our movie? How are we going to make money? Yeah, we are on the side of the LGBT, but how are we going to make money if nobody's gonna come watch our movie? We gotta get rid of this gay stuff, man. We gotta get rid of this gay shit." And then he heard it and he cried and he left. And basically, these two co-directors, Shafarian and she basically took over and changed the entire story to make sure that it's not about gay stuff, right? And right over here, I was deeply saddened and aggrieved by these changes that were made, says a former Pixar assistant editor, Sarah Ligatich, who provided a feedback during Elio production as a member of the company's internal LGBTQ group with Pix Pride. That's so fucking cringe, man. That's so cringe. Holy shit, man. That's a lot of money lost. You could save millions of dollars if you just completely gut that Pix Pride bullshit. Although she praises Shafarian and she as filmmakers, Ligatich notes that the numbers of creatives working on the film stepped down after the director shared their first cut of the movie. The exodus of talent after that cut was really indicative of how unhappy a lot of people were that they had changed and destroyed this beautiful work. Another Pixar source disputes that the people stepped down in response to Molina's departure. I guarantee probably it's more like, oh, if the boss is leaving, we should leave too, right? Oh, we really, really like Coco, so if he's leaving, we're leaving. I'm not sure. Some people are like that, some people are not. It is very, very hard right now to get a job in animation. I see a lot of my friends and coworkers who are still looking for a job. I had a guy who quit like 2 years ago, and he's still looking for a job. Man, this is wild. You see, the changes to Elio were clear to one former Pixar artist who worked on the film and asked to remain anonymous. It was pretty clear through the production of the first version of the film that the studio leaders were constantly sanding down these moments in the film that alluded to Elio's sexuality of being queer. It's a kid's movie. The kid is 11. You do not need to make the character like full-on gay. Now, if you are gonna make the character queer or gay or anything like that, it should be more like ambiguous, whether or not it's like, is he or is he not? It's up to the interpretation of the what's it called again, of the audience. It should be up to the interpretation of the audience whether or not the character is gay or not, and then they can fight amongst themselves or whatever. Like, basically coming out and blatantly say Elio is fully queer, this is gonna drive a lot of your key demographic, which are heteronormative family, and people who have kids. They're gonna drive them away, right? The Disney adults are not gonna watch this crap. The Disney adults are just gonna go to the theme parks, and that's it. Not long after the final 2023 screening of Molina's cut, or the gay cut, or Pixar Brass, the company announced internally that Molina would take a break from the project, leading to a period of inactivity for those working on the film. Sources tell THR that Molina was informed shortly thereafter that Shafarian, who wrote and directed the Pixar's 2022 short Burrow, was a storyboard artist on the 2022 feature Turning Red and Elio, and would be elevated to the director. Okay. So Turning Red, also something that's talking about, what's it called again? A girl having her puberty, right? And whenever she turns into a red panda, it's her having her period, which is sort of gay. Like that's something that should not be described or even, I guess you would say, symbolized in a kid's movie or TV show. I think that's insanely weird. Molina was given the opportunity to direct Elio with Shafarian, but after the numerous notes and changes to his original version, he decided to leave the project. A short time later, Pixar announced internally that she, director and co-writer of Turning Red, would join Shafarian to direct Elio. During the summer of 2024, Doctor told The Wrap that Molina left Elio to move to an unnamed priority project. A fuller picture came in March 2025 when Disney CEO Bob Iger announced the studio's development on Coco 2, which sees Molina returning as the co-director. Now, I think they might make the kid, I forgot his name, in Coco. I think they might make him gay, right? With the success of Coco 1, Coco 2 is coming out, and I think that since the fact that he can't sort of project himself onto Elio, he will project himself onto, fuck man, who's the damn kid from Coco? I forgot his name already. But he's basically going to be, they might make him gay. I'm not sure. Turning Red was dog shit. Yeah, I did not watch that. I did not watch that at all, man. But yeah, good. Now that we know this is, and I guarantee you, Disney Pixar people are like, oh man, the original gay cut was so good. Pixar CEO and Bob Iger don't know shit. And all it goes back to this: if you're going to make something super gay and lame, your movie is gonna suck. But what makes it worse is that even though if your movie isn't gay or have gay shit in it or woke or whatever, ultimately this movie failed anyways. So with that in mind, it goes to show that Pixar is just, they just fucking suck. And of course they're gonna blame it on, well, people just don't like brand new IPs. Like, well, I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure like Soul did pretty good, and Coco was a new IP and that did really, really good too. So I think that's all bullshit. I think just write a better story. It's because, let's say this movie had really, really bad marketing, which it did. Word of mouth would make this movie really, really good. Word of mouth would probably save this movie, but it ultimately didn't. It's because at the end of the day, this movie was just dog shit.